Uh, okay, guys. So I just gotta use the socket and the wrenches to tighten in all these bolts here. There's all three bolts together, like I said. Two bolts on the top of the alternator. One is right here. That's kind of like the adjustable bolts. And there's another one on the side. I don't think you guys can see it. You probably see it on my other videos if you guys watch the whole videos on how to change my belts and all that. So there's another bolt right there, but I don't think you guys can see it right now because it's kind of like hidden, but it's right there in the back of the alternator. And you just gotta tighten each bolt one by one like that until it's tightened. So I'll go by tighten the alternator bolts right here. I will tighten this bolt first. Okay, this bolt is the nuts is back here. You gotta tighten this nut right here. This is the see that? This is like I think it's a 14 or 15. Yeah, just tighten this first. Don't like tighten too much, you know. Use like maybe 15 pound of torch and tighten this bolt to like 15 pound only. Okay, don't tighten it over like 20 pounds. Okay, because you mess up the bolts and thread and all that. And then after the big bolt on the bottom, I would go up here and well, don't tighten this bolt yet until I tighten the bolt on the side. It's kind of like on the side. I mean, you guys can't really see on my video because it's like on the side, you know. It's like right there on the side, on the back of the alternator, and it's next to, well, actually, where is it? Okay, it's on the brackets. Okay, it's on the black rack. It's on the back of this black brackets. Okay, that is the adjustable bolt too. So there's two bolt. One is from the bracket going toward this way, and this is the bolt that going, you know, across from that bolt, because there's a little metal piece that holds both the bolts like inside below this bracket. It's on the inside of this bracket. You guys can't really see it, and I sure cannot make a video for you guys to see it unless I'm taking the whole bracket out and let you guys see it. Then you see how the bolts hang on and all that. It's like a hang on thing to connect the two bolts, okay, inside these brackets. So I just gotta tighten that bolts behind these black brackets until the belt is tightened. Okay, you will see it and you will feel it when the belt is tightened. Okay, after you know you screw in this bolt back here at the brackets, and then when it's tightened, you just go ahead and tighten this bolt up. Okay, this bolt right here. This bolt right here by the alternator, okay? Tighten that up, and everything should be tightened. Everything should be torn down and tightened down. And remember, guys, to tighten these big bolts uh, on the bottom of the alternator, okay? Tighten this bolt first, and make sure, you know, the alternator lean back, okay? Lean back, that means it will stretch this alternator belt, okay? It needs to stretch this alternator belt to be hardened, okay? The alternator belt cannot be losing, okay? Or else the engine not gonna run right and it's gonna lag. It's gonna lose power like that, okay? So at this point, my alternator belt is pretty stretched, okay? It's pretty stiff right now. All I gotta do right now is probably tighten the adjustable bolt, like turn it in a little bit more, like the adjustable bolt on the black behind this black bracket right here. Okay, that's the bolt that I probably need to tighten in a little bit more to stretch, you know, to tighten the belt. And that's about it, guys. That's how I install the alternator belts on perfectly stretched out right. And I can't really clean behind here, you know, like I say, you know, unless I take out the whole pulley to clean it, because there's a lot of oil around here. You see that? Yeah. So now I know the problem why the oils leak is I didn't have the timing cover gasket. That's why it leaks all over this side of my engine, you know. That's pretty bad. So I can't do anything unless I do another rebuild and, you know, take out the crankshaft pulley and all that to get, you know, and change the timing belt cover gasket and all that. I need to take this out to check on my timing belt, see if it has any oil. You know, all I gotta do is just get the socket, 8mm, take this cover out and check on the inside. I'll probably do a video showing you guys why I take this out and check the timing belts, see if it has any oil around there, but I doubt it. Last time I checked it, I check every other time, there's no belt, there's no oil around the timing belt, so obviously it's not leaking on that area. It's probably leaking around, you know, just the bottom of the timing belt cover because there's no timing cover gasket. That's about it. So guys, now if I tore everything down right, um, you know, when I turn on the engine, I'm gonna spray some of this belt conditioner, like on the inside of this pulley of the belt, and then on the outside too. I'm gonna spray all around here too, just all around here, and it'll automatic runs and it will automatic coat it. Okay, so I'm gonna keep spraying while it's running for like a few seconds. That's it, and just give it a little bit of those sprays, and the belts will be stick onto the groove of the crankshaft pulley. Good. Okay. And the next thing I will do is I'm gonna go ahead and start installing my power steering belts onto the crankshaft pulley here on the outside. Okay, that's my next job on replacing that belts. Okay, the alternative uh, replacement belt for my power steering only is this belt. Okay, so I'm not gonna install this belt around the AC or the idler pulley and all that. It's gonna be, you know, there won't be any belts around there. So this belt, I repeat, this is the alternative replacement belt for to install and go around the power steering pump pulley and down to uh, the crankshaft pulley here on the outside. That's it, and that should do it. That should complete my my serpentine belts on the outside of my engine. That'll be a complete tune-up on how to replace my serpentine belts on my 98 Mitsubishi Eclipse 2.0 liter non-turbo GS model. Alright guys, so let me install this power steering belts and I'll get back to you guys and I'll show you how to torque it too, of course. And sorry guys, there's nobody to hold the camera for me, so I have to show you step by step, like how and when do I torch it, and you know, it's pretty simple and easy and straightforward, guy. I don't think I really need to like make a video showing you like step by step while I'm working on it and all that. That's just take too long, okay? Because it's already taken a long time for me cutting and editing like this too, you know. So excuse me on that, guys. So I'm gonna get back making the video, shooting the video when I'm, you know, finished installing this power steering belts on and torque it. Um, right now I'm not really sure what's the torque, so I have to go over, look at the manual and all that. But you know, you should know the torque by looking at it on the manual, or you know, Google it. They'll tell you, you know, what's the torque on the adjustable bolts of the power steering belt pulley, or what's the, you know, the torque on the bolts of the alternator adjustable bolts. They'll tell you all that, okay? But let me tell you something. I can tell you about the alternator adjustable bolts. There's a torque foot-pound for it. But like the bolt for the adjustable back here on the alternator brackets, I don't think that there's any torque for that. You just got to know how deep you screw into to stretch out the belt. You know, you just got to know that by, you know, by experience and by knowledge and by feeling, you know, the belts while you know, replacing it. And make sure it's not too tight, too stretched out, because it'll cut off, and make sure it's not too loose, of course. If it's too loose, it's going to lose power, and if it's too stretched off, the belt might pop up, doing driving or later on. Okay, just keep in mind of that. Same with the power steering belt. You don't want that belt to stretch too much, and of course you don't want it to losing it. If it's too loose, your power steering, when you're steering, your steering wheel might be a problem too. So just make sure, you know get the right torch on the bolts, the adjustable bolts on both of this power steering and the alternator. Okay, and just make sure you got the right torch, and make sure it's tight, like, so the belt won't move up and down or too stretched out. You know what I mean? So, all right, guys. See you guys again. Back again, okay? Later.